misery all in my eyes. Enemies only can see my demise. Envision my downfall, it's not in my view. I only look up, I will not be subdued. Can never submit, position is grip. The mission persists like it's built out of bricks. In the gym I commit, knocking shit out of shit. Hit equipment till I lose the feel in my fists. Precision my gift. Decisions are swift. At home in the ring, it's like I live in this beat. And I'm undisputed. So undisputed. Yeah. Pound for pound, 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 pound for pound. What feel like the night of the fight? Feels like the fight of my life. Lighting my fire, can't even remember which finger is injured or what tired is like. Train through the pain, flipping them tires. Barbells was lifting them skyward and higher. I ran through the rain, worked till I'm drained. Put on headphones and do it all over again. Chains clang from hitting the bag. Throwing them fast, trying to fold it in half. Footwork rehearsed till I float in the flash. Searching for weakness, immersed in my defense. Please, don't be too slow with the pads. But I'm still matching the motion it has. Shoulder rolling, find an opening and let them go like I'm holding the soul in my hands. Set it free, set it free.
What a lovely afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to rumble here at Empire Fight Camp. My name is Todd Grisham, and next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to...
Sugar Ray Leonard, a 5.
This bout is scheduled.
An open-air outdoor stadium. What a venue for this contest.
Listen, when you've got...
Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? A perfect counter shot. Neither one of them wants this to go to the judges' scorecards. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Good counter punching. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
That punch lands. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. There's a counter shot. This fight has a real good flow to it. Misses with the jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Robinson in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt.
Come on, you've let him back into this. You're back in this kid.
Here we go for round two. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
It's a flat-footed fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front of you, you've got to cut him off. Cut the ring off, make the ring small. Put him on the back foot. Put him under pressure.
Good idea, but misses with the left hook. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Those counter punches have to hurt. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Swing and a miss with the left uppercut. That counter shot lands. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. It's all offense all the time. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Robinson in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Wow. You're much better than this guy.
Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Time they drop their guard, they get caught. He threw the hook, didn't land. These punches coming from every angle. They exchange punches. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you... One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. You still want to fight.
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
He's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
And he scores with the counter. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. Well, this fighter has been down twice. They've got to up their game here, or this fight is going to be over.
Unbelievable heart, knocked down. What?
Good work. That's it now.
There's the bell for round 4. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Punch, counter punch. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
These two were made for each other. Nice counter shot. Do you believe what we're seeing? He threw a punch and just got countered. Nope, that uppercut does not score. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Robinson in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
To switch back on.
Here's the bell to start round 5. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get sucked in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter. Wasn't ready for that counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Didn't land that jab. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
You've got to go out there and win this round.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good? Good.
Come on, you're better than that. You've done all your work. You can.
There's the bell to start round 6. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. How about that time counter shot? Catch and shoot. Both men step back for just a moment. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Close to this fight, and now you've let him back into it. Now,
Round 7, here we go. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
So much firepower here. The perfect counter lands. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Just avoids the left uppercut. Insane action. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
There's a lot of them.
breathe.
And we enter the 8th round. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Beautiful counter shot. That counter punch caught him clean. That punch scores. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. When are we going to see a jab from these two? counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Another win, another unanimous.